Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Two things. One, I'm actually filming on my phone today because my iPad is actually dead. Hi. And two, this is going to be a very kind of lightly chatty haul video. So I have not been here for weeks. And actually, I took a little video of my workspace so you can see the chaos that is in my office. But for the past few weeks, I have been in full-on mode for work, which is, I restarted my sand carving business. I'll link that video below where I talk about it. And every time I think I have a chance to breathe, more orders come in, more stuff to do, more marketing, more photography, all that stuff. So I finally have a moment to sit down and talk. Like, I literally have like enough time to film and edit this video and get it up today before I have to go back to work. And of course my iPad is dead, so you're getting my phone today. So we're going to share the last haul of 2022. So for the past few months, I haven't had a haul video up because I haven't really purchased anything. But I have gotten a few gifts and some PR, and I did purchase one or two things. So I thought I would share those fragrances with you. So if you'd like to know what those are, then keep watching. The lights are very bright on me. I only have 2 lights in here. I normally have 4. We had to take 2 lights off of the ceiling and move them into another room to take photographs because this is also the shipping room. And I'm gonna link the little blurb below, the little kind of thing below, so you could see the chaos in this room to understand that we had to move the photography area out of here just because this was the shipping area. So this is the mess. This is all the stuff I'm filming and all the glassware and my, everything. And perfume and jacket. Yeah, this is everything. So when I say like I could not get here, I had to make a little space because of glassware. There's more glassware. Yeah, that was fun, right? That was fun. Anyway, so that is what I have been living with for months, and it's fine. I'm currently cleaning it up, and so I figured haul video, cool. But the lights are very harsh on me, so please excuse me if my eyes are squinty, if I'm going like this, because the lights are very bright. So when I do these haul videos, if I'm talking very crazy, I've literally drank like pots and pots of coffee today because I've had a lot of work to do. When I do these haul videos, I do it in a certain way. I normally share my purchases, my gifts, and then my PR, but it's been so long since I've done a haul video and I haven't purchased, I think I purchased like maybe 3 things. I'm obviously going to do that format, but do understand most of these are PR, and most of them are still wrapped in cellophane. I haven't even had the opportunity to open half, if not most, of these fragrances. But I am going to start opening and reviewing and sharing these with you guys. Some of these I've worn but haven't reviewed. Some of these I've reviewed. I will share all of the videos of reviews or where I've talked about these fragrances below. But if I haven't reviewed them yet, they will be coming out in the next few weeks. So the first one I purchased, this is my only real full bottle purchase, I think, which was Memoire Garden Party. So you guys know how I can't say words, and if everyone's like, oh, you can say words. I say epitome, epitome, I say those words wrong, that word wrong. So like archive, I say archives. I don't know why, but it's so bad because my mother-in-law is a historian. She is one of the leading experts on the Seminole and Miccosukee Indians. So sometimes she'll watch my videos, sometimes I'll talk to her about my videos and I say archives, and she, I think, will try to strangle me. She hates it. She's like horrified that I don't know how to properly say that word. I am just so bad. I do more reading than talking, if that makes sense. But yeah, she's like, no, that's not how you say that word. No. So anyway, Memoire Archives Garden Party. I bought this from, I think it was Ipsy for like 12 or 18 bucks. I do really like these fragrances as a kind of grab and go, dumb grab scent. They're really, really good. I obviously haven't smelled this one yet. I don't know exactly how much they retail for full retail price. I think they're like $40 to $60. I could be wrong. If I am incorrect, please feel free to educate me below. But like, I don't know if I would say they're worth that much money, but the price that I pay on Ipsy, well worth the $18, and I do really enjoy them. So I am excited to try this one. This is more of a white floral fragrance. I think this is focusing mostly on magnolia and jasmine. So I am excited to try this. Again, I just haven't had a chance to try it. And then I also have my Scentbird. You guys know I've been having a hate-hate relationship with Scentbird recently. They haven't been sending things. This is one of the 2 fragrances I got over the past 3 months. This is their new packaging, which I actually hate. I can't open it to save my life. Yeah, hold on a sec. I finally opened it. It took a while. Do not like this new packaging at all. Not at all. And this feels cheap. This all feels so much cheaper. I don't like this. I don't like at all what Scentbird did at all. Not at all. As I'm looking at it, the more I look at it, the more I hate it. However, this fragrance is beautiful. This is Orman Jane Woman. I've been meaning to purchase a full bottle of this, but I figured since I had some Scentbird stuff to purchase, I'd get this too, because I do like it, so I can also put it in my bag when I do wear it. So I did get this. I have a huge issue with Scentbird. I've talked about it in a few videos. I will link them below. Do not like what they're doing. Do not at all. I understand. Do not like it. Hate these. I'm probably just going to empty this, if possible, into one of my own personal atomizers. But glad to have that fragrance in that amount. Beautiful scent. Everything else about that is garbage. Has to do with the packaging and the presentation. Yeah, don't like it. A bottle, a travel size bottle, and a candle from Sense of Wood. I forget which one it was. It is hidden somewhere around here, or something's on it that I refuse to move. I can't decide what it is, but I got a Sense of Wood, and because I have their subscription service, so you get a travel atomizer and one of their mini candles, which is awesome. I will talk about how awesome their customer service is. They were going to be delayed with sending me my monthly subscription because they ran out of the mini candles. And so they actually sent me a full-size candle, and also then sent me my mini candle and small travel atomizer, which was very, very nice of them. And they didn't do that because I do YouTube as a content creator. You know, this is a hobby, not a job. I'm not an influencer, but they didn't do it because I create content for YouTube about fragrance. It was because I was a customer and I wasn't going to get my product within the allotted time, and they were like, let's make this right before we even let them know that there's a problem. And I think that's very, very cool when not customers, but when brands do that, because there are some brands out there that don't do that. They do a horrible job with customer service, and I can't for the life of me think of what a brand would be where you reach out and you try to talk to them and their processing time takes forever. And there's just something about the way that they talk to their customers and deal with people who give them money. And they just like to they just don't do a good job when it comes down to customer service or delivering products in a timely manner, or really communicating that with their, people that give them money. I can't imagine what company that would be. But Sense of Wood does a fantastic job, rather than other companies who I think we all know which one we're talking about here. Next up is gifts. These are gifts I got, mostly from my mom and one weirdly from my mother-in-law. The first one we will share was from my mother-in-law. This was actually a few nights ago, so it wasn't quite 2022, but at the end of this video, I'll talk about, my plans for purchasing the next month or two. But she was going through a bunch of old stuff, and she's like, hey, I found this bottle of perfume. Would you like it? And I was like, yes, I will rescue any old bottle of perfume. Whether or not it's truly an old bottle of perfume, but she doesn't really wear perfume, so I don't even know where she got this. But it is a bottle of Givenchy Organza Indencece. I can never say, you guys know, I can't, again, archive, epitome, you guys know I can't say words. It smells good. I love this fragrance. I like fragrances from Givenchy. I was very happy to rescue that from the garbage can, which is where it was going to go if I didn't want it. And then my mom gave me these others. So I have Patchouli Riviera from Atelier Cologne. I have some clean luxury perfume oil from Gloss Modern. I don't know if I got this. maybe I got this in like a subscription box. Maybe it wasn't a gift. I don't know. Anyway, that was in my need to share with you haul box, which I have. And then my mom gave me these two little tiny things of fragrance, Rose de Mai and Oranger. And yeah, so that is what I have for fragrances that were either gifts or purchases that were not PR. Everything else is PR. So if you do not like fragrances that were given to content creators, then thank you so much for watching. But now we're going to get into mostly unopened bottles of perfume because goodness, I've barely opened any of these. We're going to start with the ones that I've opened because I think that will be great because I can actually share some opinions. I haven't opened the full bottles of these, but I have worn through the samples. And this is from New Fragrance House, and I will be talking about this more when I review them very soon. Tempus, Vitae, and you guys know I can't pronounce words. So we have Carpe Diem, Fete Diambre, and what's the last one? Elixir de Vie. And again, cannot pronounce anything to save my life. So I still have these wrapped in these little bottles. As they fall, that's why. Wrapped in these little boxes. And the reason being is that I've been wearing through the samples. I do really like these a lot. There is a fun story behind these fragrances. So when I review these fragrances, I will tell you about that. But I just wanted to kind of keep them safe because I've quite literally been tripping over everything. Again, reference that video I sent to you guys or showed you guys earlier of my horrible mess of an office right now. But very, very good. I will get into the nuances of the fragrances, how they smell, and the history of this brand new house when I review these fragrances to you. Now, I know other people have been reviewing these scents, so you probably already have a bit of an understanding of them, but I will share my thoughts with them, and I do really, really enjoy them. One of my favorite releases of 2022 was Septamber from Gallagher Fragrances. This is still one of my favorite scents. I actually haven't been able to wear too many fragrances the past few months because I've been physically unable to reach my perfume wall because I have tiny little T-Rex arms and I can't quite reach. So this actually was sitting by my computer. So this is one of my most worn fragrances. This and Mix Bar Blackberry and Tonic, the body mist, Pomelo from Solo Notes, and then a few of these have been the fragrances I've been wearing the most. And since I don't want to be a broken record, I haven't posted much, if not anything, on my Instagram because I haven't been wearing fragrances like I normally do, and I get inspired to share my scent of the day when I get inspired to wear scents and can physically reach the fragrances to wear. So I haven't really been sharing those, but I'm excited to start sharing those again. But this has been one that I actually specifically pulled out and put in an area where I could wear. So it's a specific winter rotation scent for me, and I do love it a lot. It's gorgeous. I love the way Daniel creates and composes scents, and Septamber is beautiful. So I've been loving that. I'll share these two because I got these two together. I got Odyssey for Men. I think it's Odyssey. Yeah, Odyssey for Men. I have experience with this fragrance. I just haven't opened this particular one to basically remind myself about how this smells to review for you guys. And obviously this amazing clone or dupe or great kind of introductory scent if you're looking to get Creed Aventus but you don't want to drop like $400 to $500 on a bottle of perfume. When I reviewed this fragrance, I compared it to like going to a French bakery and spending like, say like maybe $6 on a single croissant. That would be like the Creed Aventus experience, or going to like the gas station and getting one of those like pre-packaged like 12 croissants that really aren't croissants, but they're like $2 for 12 of them. And you're still getting a croissant, but you're not getting the elevated experience of what a croissant is from like a French bakery. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't times where you can't just sit down and just eat an entire bag of croissants that are delicious and work really well. And you don't mind spending $2 for the experience of just eating something delicious and filled with flour and yeast and just sometimes sugar, depending on the type of croissant you're eating. And so with this fragrance, if you like Creed Aventus, or if you think spending that much money on a bottle of perfume, whether you have the money or don't, doesn't matter. You can choose not to afford it, even if you have the money, if you think it's ridiculous, but you like the way it smells. For $20, great, I would say, institution. I can't think of words. I am literally too high on caffeine and way too low on sleep right now. But a great substitute for Creative Ventus. Not the same, but close. Dang close. For 20 bucks, not bad. So I have those, but the ones that I'm most excited for, this came as a shock to me that this company reached out, because I have, that's the Scentbird fragrance fall. As you can tell, this video is very low budget, even more low budget than normal. I know, shocker. So when I started 2022, I told you guys that I had a New Year's resolution, and that resolution was to purchase fragrances off of my must-buy list. And I did a dang good job of getting the most important ones off of my must-buy list. But, and my big ol' but, I was so excited for one fragrance, because this is a house not many people talk about. But when I talk about challenging fragrances that are wearable and unique and special, this is a house that every time I smell something from them, and I don't have too much experience with all of their fragrances, just a select few, but every single one that I've tried, and I've tried since talking about, you know, getting that fragrance and then, you know, experiencing a few others, I was like, wow, I love these scents. So I reviewed the fragrance that I purchased. In no way was I ever given a bottle or samples at the time when I reviewed that scent, and that scent was from Dizit and Zach, and it was the Nightingale. And that fragrance, from the first time I smelled it, blew me away. And every time I would make a Lucky Scent purchase, I would always, we know you can choose your own samples, I would always choose the Nightingale as one of my samples. And I finally was like, I'm just gonna buy this. It's not even an expensive bottle of perfume. I don't know why I didn't buy it. It's such a beautiful and very familiar transportive fragrance for somebody who just loves jasmine. And it's just so gorgeous. So they actually reached out to me, which was very sweet of them, a few months ago, and asked if I would want one of their newer bottles of perfume and then samples of a few others. And I was like, that is so sweet of you. Yes, that would be great. Thank you. There was absolutely no pressure to review or share. It was just like, thank you so much for reviewing our stuff. We really appreciate it. We would like to say thank you by just sending you things. And that was really, really nice. And they actually ended up sending me the 3 full bottles rather than just the 1 bottle and 2 samples. And these are gorgeous. And I have been also wearing the heck out of these. And I'm going to be reviewing them sometime next week. And I love this house. I love this house. I love this house before they sent me these things. And these fragrances are just gorgeous. And what I like is some of these fragrances in their house are expensive, but they're expensive for a reason. But most of their fragrances are very much priced luxury niche, but they're very much accessibly priced luxury niche. And what I mean by that is it's not like Raja prices, not like Clive Christian prices. These are prices where, you know, you might have to save up, but you're not going to have to worry about missing rent or mortgage prices to make purchases. And the way that these smell and the way that these perform are just gorgeous. So the first one is Anbar. This is the December edition. This is an eau de parfum. Absolutely beautiful fragrance. I love it. When I review these fragrances, I'm going to be talking about how they're composed, how they smell, and how they translate and compare to more westernized fragrances that are trying to mimic this style of perfumery, and how that's very, like, it cheapens the experience. And you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? I kind of want to keep that a secret, because one thing that I love about this brand is actually like talking with them. Like we chat about fragrance, and that's what I love doing, is when I talk with brands or other people who reach out and they want to work with me, I get excited to work with people or even just be associated with people who just have a passion for perfumery. And generally people that own perfume houses have a passion for perfumery. And I love it when brands just want to talk about their stuff. Like, I want to talk about my glassware. I'm like surrounded by glassware. And I love it. If you guys watch my sand carving video, I had to hold back. I'm going to probably film a better video talking about it. I love talking about my work and my passion that funds my other passion, you know? It's something I get so excited with and I'm so proud of. So I love seeing that enthusiasm and that passion being translated to brands who are just so excited to talk and share about their artistry. And I notice that a lot, and that's one of the reasons why I really connected with Christy from House of Matriarch when we started just corresponding as friends. Just talking to her, oh my goodness, she's glorious. And these people too, just talking to them as people who love fragrance and get it, and everyone gets it, but I truly just love their stuff. So the next one is Ghaliya Ghazali. I'm not going to take these, obviously. I'm not going to take this one out of its box because I've dropped these like 3 times. I'm very clumsy. So I'm going to show you this bottle. The other bottle is the same. It's just a different fragrance. So this is what it looks like if their presentation. These are 30 ml. This is also Eau de Parfum. These are beautiful fragrances. They are definitely on the more challenging side, but wearable. Not challenging like Secretions Magnifique, but think of challenging when you're first in love with fragrances like, say, light blue, or fragrances that are more very easily to understand woody aromatic fragrances, and you start exploring more mature compositions, maybe some classic chypres or some notes that are not quite well represented in mainstream perfumery. You're like, where is this? What does this smell like? Oh my goodness, I love this, but it's different and it's challenging, but it's not a negative challenging, it's a positive. And the next one is Oud Mon Chéri. And oh goodness, do I have things to say about this one. Oh yes, lots of things. I mean, I love all of these, but when I review these 3, I'm going to be talking about them all together. We're going to have a lot of amazing things to talk about this one. And actually, this is what we were talking about. They were watching my video and they were like, you're going to love this. We know you're going to love this. We're excited for you to try this. And I tried it and I was like, oh yes, absolutely. So very excited about these. Absolutely love them. Actually, when I received that package, I didn't know I was getting all 3, and it was just like an overwhelming time. Like positive because I was working, but I felt bad because I haven't been filming, and I love filming, and I've been super stressed, and there's been so much going on. It was just such a nice gesture for them to do that. So humongous thank you to the brand for sending that. I'm going to be reviewing them, but they were not sent to review. It was sent as just a little gift from one fragrance lover to another. Granted, it was a brand sending it to a content creator, but I am very excited for those fragrances. So I'm talking way too much about them. And last are some Banana Republic fragrances that I just got like a week or 2 ago, and I haven't had the opportunity to even open them. So we have Slate Artic. This is one of their men's fragrances. And Cordovan Vintage is also one of their men's fragrances. And this next one I think is Black Walnut Legend. Yeah, this is one of their men's fragrances. And then I also got one more, which is, yes, this is, if I can find the front, oh goodness, Rosewood Amor. This is their female fragrance, or their fragrance for women. Now, in my opinion, fragrance is genderless. You can wear whatever you want. Being marketed to men or women has more to do with the composition and how specific notes smell. Generally, people who prefer more masculine things tend to prefer fragrances that smell like this. That's why they're marketed that way. You make more money if you market it that way. Same thing with feminine fragrances. Wear whatever you want. I actually like wearing whatever I want. There's a lot of men's marketed fragrances out there that I just adore. And so I'm really excited. I do own Black Walnut from Banana Republic. I actually purchased that. That's actually the only Banana Republic bottle I've ever purchased. Everything else I've been very blessed and privileged to receive, and I've really loved. Black Walnut was a fragrance that was a staple that I wasn't super wowed by, to be completely honest, as something that I found to be memorable, but as an easy scent to wear everywhere, I wore it all the time. So it was definitely one that I reached for. I wasn't like, this is something that's a standalone from the house. But I mean, other fragrances that Banana Republic has released have just been out freaking standing. So I'm excited to see how these smell. And I'm actually excited to see how Black Walnut Legend smells because I have worn that fragrance a lot. Again, it was just a staple kind of dumb grab for me. But I haven't even had an opportunity to open these boxes yet. So once I kind of clear a little space, I'm going to put all these fragrances on the wall back here, and I'm obviously going to smell them and review them for you guys. And those were sent to me to review. Those specifically weren't just sent to me from a brand. Those were sent to me specifically to review. So I will definitely be reviewing those soon. Guys, that's the haul part of this year. Again, I didn't end this year on a bang. I did kind of want to try and get one or two bigger bottles to review, but I've just been so dang busy that I just haven't had the opportunity to like buy anything other than warm winter clothes because we thought we were going to have a hot Christmas. Like I thought it was going to be in the 90s. It was like 18 degrees here. I don't have clothes for 18 degrees. And I'm like down like almost 50% of my body weight, which has been a wonderful thing that I'm very happy for this year. And I thought about sharing that journey with you guys. If you want me to share my health journey with you, let me know. I'll be more than happy to, but I'm colder than I was before. I get cold in like 75-degree like air conditioning. So I'm like constantly just wearing sweaters. So like the only thing I've had any just inspiration to purchase has been warm weather clothing, like ski jackets and just very thermal everything. Like this is like the thinnest thing I've worn. This is like a thin sweater. I go to sleep wearing like 3 layers, like covered in blankets. I'm just like a bear hibernating practically. You can barely see me because I'm just covered in blankets. So I haven't had the opportunity or the inspiration to purchase anything because I've been working, because I've been cold, and there's just been so much going on. But coming up into 2023, we just started. January, I'm just focused on getting the business set up, getting the stores, the marketing, all that stuff set up, that I'm probably not going to be purchasing anything in January, but February and March and April is when I'm going to probably start really ramping up and getting back into purchasing fragrances to review and share with you guys. And there are a few fragrances I have lined up to purchase. Some bigger fragrances, some smaller fragrances. There's some new releases that are coming out that I'm really excited for. So I will be sharing those with you. However, I have to be mindful because we are actually in the process of purchasing a new piece of equipment for our business. We are deciding on an additional laser. We have a CO2 laser. It's from Full Spectrum. I forget exactly what it is. We're looking at either getting like, I think it's a fiber laser or a UV laser. John knows more of the specifics of that. He's kind of like in charge of research for equipment. We just figure out what we want to do. And that is going to be a huge chunk of money. We're looking at spending between like $6,000 to like $16,000. Like we're figuring out which one of these these chunky boys we want to buy to add to our studio, to our equipment. And that requires money and capital. And although we do have it, I do like to be mindful, especially when we're making new equipment purchases. So January, I've decided I'm going to start 2023 by not purchasing anything, or if I do purchase anything, it's going to be very minimal, just because we are looking again at purchasing some new equipment to kind of supplement our business. And if you want to know the equipment I already have or what I do, the last video I posted, because you know, this is a fragrance channel, so I'm talking to you about sand carving. I'll link that video below. I do talk about all that stuff, but that's why I haven't been posting anything, or I haven't had much of anything to share with you haul-wise, is actually because I've been doing like nothing but glassware. And I do have 2 shops. We are thinking about opening 2 more. We currently have them on Etsy because it's just easier for us to have our shops on Etsy. And then in the next few months, I'm going to start working with, and I talked to you guys about this before, reestablishing relationships with past clients. And that's usually where we make our real money. Again, that pays for this and house and cars and things like that. But this kind of gets us up and running, kind of gets the little bit of money in. It's more than a little bit, it's a pretty decent chunk. But our real money comes from like our more established clientele that we haven't had in almost 10 years. So we're trying to get everything kind of reestablished. And that takes time and an investment of time and money. And I've just been so busy. That's why I haven't been filming any YouTube videos. But we are kind of winding down, which means I will have more time. I don't know if I will be able to be back to Monday to Friday in January, but it is my New Year's resolution this year. Last year was to purchase fragrances off of my must-buy list, and this year is to get back to a Monday to Friday schedule. Last year, there was so much going on, good and bad. I think I've talked about a decent amount of it. I don't think you guys need me to regurgitate that it was hard for me to stay on that schedule. And some people have reached out and asked if I was going to continue doing YouTube. And the answer is yes. I have no intentions of giving up my channel. I love my channel. My channel is my hobby. This is obviously not my job, but it is something that I love doing. It's just, unfortunately, we all know that when real life kicks in, usually your hobbies are the first place that takes away budget or time. And, you know, this is what's had to kind of go on the back burner the past few months, because a lot of my time has just been being invested in reestablishing the business. And reestablishing the business wasn't just making stuff, it's re-updating marketing. It's like, it's so much. It's like we're starting the business from the ground up again. It's so much time and effort. And again, you saw the photo, or not the photo, the video of this room. Part of the thing is like we didn't completely establish like our workstations for every place. We have our studio set up, and we have an area for, like, this office is for photography and for creating designs and customer service. But when it comes down to shipping and fulfillment, we didn't have that set up yet. And we didn't think we were going to be completely overrun with, you know, orders, which is exciting because that's profit. That's money that helps us purchase like a $6,000 to $16,000 laser. That helps us, you know, help me purchase fragrances in the future to review for you guys. That's what we, you know, why we have a business, to get orders. We want people to buy things from us. But we were hoping to have it be a little bit slower, so that way we could slowly figure out the best course of action. And then we had family come in, and it was Christmas. I haven't had time, so this has been the shipping station. So goodness, I'm just tripping over everything. So I have a lot to do to get this place, and by this place I mean the studio and everything, properly set up so that the workflow can be more fluid and I'm not tripping over everything. I literally have like workstation, like our woodworking station thing set up as a table for all of my glassware here. And I'm so excited to finally get it started, but I'm also so excited to finally have been able to find, just like, I'm looking at an hour and a half of this filming, and I'm filming this on my phone, which means it's going to take me even longer to edit it for you guys. But just having enough time to sit down and finally share anything with you guys. It's been weeks. I've been trying so hard, but it's been so much work. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being patient and sticking with me. And I will be reviewing, if I haven't reviewed this stuff, since most of this stuff was sent to me as PR, I am required to review it for you guys. By required, it means I did say I would review it. And as always, you do not have to watch or like free bottle reviews. I always let you guys know in the beginning of those videos that those are free bottle reviews. But, and my big ol' but, I am excited to also share with you guys some reviews of fragrances that weren't sent to me for free, that I've been meaning to review forever, that are behind me. So get excited for more content. It'll be coming up. I'm gonna try and get up to at least 2 videos a week. I think I'll be able to do that by March.
hopefully by February, I'll be able to get to 2 videos a week. I'm hoping by April I can get up to 5 videos a week, but it's gonna depend on a lot of different things. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thanks to everyone who's reached out and asking if I'm okay, if I'm alive, if I'm quitting YouTube, if people are being nice to me on the internet. Generally people are nice, but if people aren't nice, it's the internet. I expect it, but I hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, or even if you don't celebrate any of the holidays this time of year. I just hope you guys had like a good December and also a happy new year. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.